right? What we'll be having today is a leadership training. So again, my goal is to share you something that I don't usually share to all of my trainings, right? I was actually thinking about this for quite some time. Right, I've been using this to some of the leaders, but I don't usually share this idea to everyone. So today, you're very blessed. We all of us are very blessed to be in this room today. I'll be sharing you a profound idea, a profound science later. I call it the springboard approach. Have you heard about that already in Nigeria? Have I shared to you already the springboard approach? Can you type one if this is the first time you will be hearing the springboard approach in business, all right, or in a Alliance in Motion Global or Empowered Consumerism. If you haven't heard about the springboard approach, press one. Come on, press one. Press one if you haven't heard about the springboard approach. Wonderful for me to know. All right, good, good, good. So almost everyone have no idea yet about the springboard approach. So this science, like I told you, I don't usually share this to everyone, but I usually share this to to leaders already. So I congratulate each and every one of you for the future leaders who are just new in the system, and for the leaders already that have been doing Alliance in Motion Global for quite some time. Congratulations, you're in the right room today because you'll be hearing a lot, especially on this science of the springboard approach. The moment I share you the science, it will definitely change the way you do your business, your commitment level, your persistence level will drastically change. All right. So I'm excited for this. Are you excited? All right. If you're excited, can you please type down there? I am ready to learn. Come on, type down for me to know if you're still there. For me to know if I have people here participating with us. Come on, let's make this interactive session. You know, we need to get used to this online. Before, when we do trainings in the stage, Sir Christian knows that. You know, when we ask questions, you respond right away. But now we need to get used online, right? We need to ask you to type down every now and then. So please bear with us. All right, Ores, Marcel is ready. Abdulaziz is ready. Eke is ready. Yes. Friday is ready. Philip Happiness is ready. Cecilia is ready. Right? I don't want to waste most of your time. I know you're each and every time of us, you and me, and everyone here in this room is very important, especially now that we are in the momentum stage of our business. Like I said, I'm so excited for every leaders and distributors of Alliance in Motion Global. You know why? Because I've been talking to a lot of leaders already for the past week, for the past month. We are still in the midst of this pandemic. We're still in the midst of the crisis. But I'm telling you, a lot of leaders are reporting to us. I believe Sir Christian, a lot of our trainers knows this. They've been reporting to us that during this pandemic, despite of the crisis, sales is so high, right? Income is so high, production is so high, right? Demand is so high. I saw a post of Sir Christian in Nigeria page. I believe you successfully sold 2,000 plus. Is that right, Sir Christian? 2,000 plus global packages. Is that correct? Is my number? Can you give me
It's
this?
actually 12,225
Sorry,
in 1 week.
12,000. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? 12,000 plus global package in 1 week. All right. So what does it mean? The demand is high, the sales is high. Here in the Philippines, it's happening. In different countries, it's happening. They're telling that, sir, they've been telling us, sir, a lot of leaders are contacting us, messaging us, sir. We don't understand, but it's so hype. We're so hype. We're so excited because our income is so high, the production is so high, the demand is so high, despite of the pandemic. I told them. My answer for them. I told them, guys, congratulations, but let me rephrase what you said. I told them, let me rephrase it. Okay, but because your statement is a bit, we need to change something on your statement. The sales is high, okay, the income is high and the demand is high, not despite of the crisis, but because of the crisis. There's a big difference about that, right? When you say, the sales is high, the income is high despite of the crisis, and the sales is high because of the crisis. So that's the truth. It is. The sales is high, the demand is high, not despite of the crisis, but in fact because of the crisis that is happening, because of the pandemic that is happening. That's why I've been telling you, this is the ripe time. Not only the right time, but the ripe. Can I spell it to you? It's not only the right time, but the ripe time. Okay, this is the right time to actually do our business seriously. Okay, because I'm telling you, our business is now becoming more easier, more simpler, okay, more easier for each and everyone because we are now transitioning to the digital era, to online. That's why if you don't want to be left behind, you need to make sure that you embrace this new normal. You need to make sure that you adjust and embrace in the transition. It is why I congratulate each and every one of you, because if you are here in this Zoom session right now, you're actually trying to adopt, right? Wow, Mama Uche is here. Mama Uche, how are you? Pawe, I miss you so much, right? I miss the most powerful Pawe. The way you say the power is so exciting, right? I miss that, Mama Uche. How are you, everyone? All right, so again, like I said, this is the right time already. With what is happening right now, we need to be aware, all right, that this crisis, this pandemic, this is not only happening first time. If you look at the history, if you look at the previous generation, a lot of crises happened. And you know, each and everyone, you and me know that whenever a crisis happened, disruption happened, correct? When a crisis happened, disruption happened, economy goes down. But you know what I'm 100% sure is, I'm 100% sure, not only me, but all of the economical gurus and economical advisors, we are 100%, 300% sure that when a crisis made the economy goes down, it will always bounce it back more higher. All right? There's no other way but to bounce back higher. You look at the history. All right? Again, let me remind you. You don't have to worry. You need to take action. You need to be proactive, because in every crisis there's a disruption. Economy goes down naturally. It will go down. Look at the previous generation during wars, not only pandemics but during world wars, during economic bursts and everything. Every time there's a crisis worldwide, it makes the economy goes down, but we are 100% sure it will always bounce back higher, right? What we don't know is when, right? That's the only thing. What we don't know is when. When you look at the graph of the economy in the history, right? Look at the stocks, look at the graph of the economy in the history. When the economy goes down, it either creates a letter, right? Either letter V as a victory, letter W, or letter U. Okay? Let me show you. Let me type it down there. Either letter V, letter W, or letter U. That's the only thing that the economy's graph will happen. What do you mean by letter V? Look at the history. Look at the generation before. When the economy goes down, most of the time it goes up right away so high. It creates a letter V. All right? But sometimes it doesn't create a letter V. It creates a letter W. It goes down. It goes up a bit, goes down again, and then goes up so high, right? But what most of the economical guru doesn't want to happen is it creates letter U. It goes down, and it takes so much time, months and years, before it will go up so high again, right? It creates a letter U. But you know what? Most of the economical gurus and economical advisor right now, they're predicted this COVID-19 crisis. It will not create a graph of letter V. It will not create a graph of letter W. It will not create a graph of letter U. But what will happen, their prediction is not coming from me, but most of the economical gurus and advisor, their prediction is that the COVID-19 crisis, yes, 100% sure the economy the economy will go down. And we are witnessing that right now. I don't need to specify, a lot of industry are affected. Airline industry is affected. Travel industry is affected, right? Hotel industry is affected. Food and beverage industry is affected, right? Even fashion industry is affected. A lot of industries are actually affected. The result, Fortune 500 companies, big companies and small moderate companies are now filing bankruptcy, discontinuing their business. The direct result of it, a lot of employees are laid off. A lot of workers are sacked off from their job. Has no choice, because the company owners also has no choice but to pull out their money to stop the bleeding. They cannot continue to pay the overhead expense with this kind of pandemic that is happening. No people are going to the shopping centers right now. Everyone are afraid, right, to expose themselves to the virus. No one is going to the cinema, right? No one is going to travel through airlines and everything. So a lot of industries are affected. So the result of it, economy will go down. But what is the prediction is that it will not go up so much, so high again right away, like a letter V. It will not go up a bit and go like a letter W, all right? It will not go down so badly for quite some time. But what their prediction is, it will create a tick mark. A check mark, right? It will go down. In fact, right now, we are not yet on the bottom rock. All right, we are not yet on the bottom rock. We are still on the urge of going down, okay, in this COVID-19 crisis. But let me tell you this, don't worry, okay, because a crisis is actually not bad. You need to perceive, if you perceive crisis as miserable thing that is happening, then you're in the wrong path. Okay? Crisis is a wonderful thing. Whenever there's a crisis, there's a disruption. And whenever there's a disruption happening, there's an opportunity. Okay? It's about how you perceive it. So look at it. Now we are going down in this COVID-19 crisis, and the prediction is it will go up, but it will not go up right away like a letter V. Okay? It will go up slowly like this. So it will create a check mark. You know the Nike mark, the just do it mark, right? A tick mark, a check mark. So it will go down, it will create a loop, and it will go up slowly. All right? Now look at this. While the economy is going up, again, and it's 100% sure it will go up. It will not maintain down, I'm telling you. And every time there's a crisis, look at the history, look at the world wars, look at the pandemics before. Whenever a crisis melt down, it will 100% go up again. But look at this. There are two kind of people. The people who waited during the crisis and didn't do anything. People who just waited. People who just, people who waited, it will go back again. The old normal will go back. People who just survived. I am telling you, these are the people that after the crisis, when the economy goes up again, they are the people who are regretting. And their children's children are blaming them. Papa, mama, during your generation is the COVID-19 crisis and you didn't do anything. You didn't invest into anything. You didn't move anything. But I heard my classmates, my friends, their parents' during the COVID-19 crisis, they become proactive. Right? They become proactive. They took action. They take an opportunity. They did their work. All right. That's why they are millionaires right now. Look at it. When economic burst happened in US, look at the dot-com bubble. When the dot-com bubble burst, the people who waited after the economy goes back again, they regret. They regret a lot of things. But the people who became so active during the crisis, when things are in the bottom rock, and the people who are so active, these are the people who are taking advantage of the crisis. That's why I've been telling you, whenever there's a crisis, okay, there are the billionaires, there are the millionaires. Look at the millionaires. Look at the billionaires today. These are the people who took action during every crisis. Okay? They take advantage of a crisis. They take advantage of a disruption. Because during a disruption, you have two options. Either you become disrupted or you become the disruptor. All right? It's coming from Warren Buffett. All right? Warren Buffett said, let me quote Warren Buffett. He said that during a disruption, during a crisis, okay, either you become disrupted or you become the disruptor. Either you choose to become a victim, have a victim mentality, you blame people, or you become a victor, right? I encourage each and everyone to get out in the poverty mentality. You know what the mentality of the poor people are? They love to go to the easy way out. Poor people have the majority's mindset. That's why more people are poor, because it's the majority. Look at it. In the population in every country, you know this, guys, especially in Nigeria, you know this. Here in the Philippines, it's the same. All right? Worldwide, generally in the whole world, who are the majority, the poor or the rich? All right? Can I ask you? You know this, right? Can you type it down there? Who do you think are the majority, the poor or the rich? Right? Can you type it there? Can I type it there? Poor or who do you think is the majority? Let's go to the facts. Let's go to the facts. Let's go to what is given. Not only in Nigeria, but worldwide per se. Okay, what do you think is the majority? Okay, the poor or the rich? Come on, type it down there. Who is the majority, the poor or the rich? Oh, yes, Marcel, you're right. The poor. It's given. We know it, right? Yes, Cecilia. Yes, Lord Jonathan. Happiness. Yes, Blossom. It's the poor. It's given. I'm not being negative, but we are just talking about the facts. Majority are the poor, right? Minority are the wealthy and rich guys. But let me tell you this. You know why? There's a reason behind. There's a reason why majority are the poor. All right? You know why? Majority are the poor because psychologically speaking, as humans, the majority, if they are given an option, the easy way or the easy path and the hard path, the difficult path, majority always choose the easy path. The majority of the people, they always choose the easy way out, the easy path. They don't want difficulties. Majority of the people don't want obstacles. Majority of the people don't want hardships. Majority of people don't want problems, right? right? If you think about problems, you don't want problems. You perceive problems as equivalent to miserable life. So majority choose the easy way. Whenever there's easy way, they go for the easy way. They never choose the difficult way. That's the mindset of the majority of the people. Is that right? Majority choose the easy way out. And you know what's the easy way out? Whenever there's a crisis, whenever there's a problem, the easy way out, number one, is to blame others. That's the easy way. Blaming is easy way. I am poor, we are poor because of the government, because of my family, because of my community, because of the market. They don't want to believe me. They don't want to buy in. Okay? So the always the easy way is to blame. It's very easy to blame. Is that right? No, it's not hard to blame. It's very easy to blame. Second thing, it's very easy to make an excuse. The easy way is to make an excuse. Oh, we are this, we are like this because we are Filipinos. We go late because we are Filipinos. We don't want opportunities because we are this and like that. Because of my circumstances. I cannot do this because I don't have internet connection. It's easy to make excuse. That's the reason why majority are poor, because majority will love to go for easy way. It's psychology, guys. Now, minority, all right, minority loves challenges. They look at problems, they look at challenges as something to make them grow, right? So see, rich people, wealthy people, they perceive problems not as equivalent to miserable life. Whenever they see problems, they perceive it as an opportunity. You know what I call this? I call this the principle of non-duality. Can you please type it down there? Can you type it down there so you can remember it? The principle of non-duality. Okay, the principle of non-duality. Can you type it down before I show you our science today? Okay, non-duality. The principle of non-duality. Can you type it down there? I told you, please bear with me. Please type down, because when you hear a word, it goes to your memory once. But when you type it and spell it, it connects neurons. It goes to your memory, all right, twice. You process it twice. The processing will be twice, so you can grasp it more into your subconscious. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Albert. Yes. Mama Grace. Yes. Marcel. Non-duality, the principle of non-duality. Yes, Mama Uche. You know what non-duality means? Non-duality means not two, but one. The oneness, all right? Non-duality is the oneness of two beings or two different words. That's non-duality, okay? It's not separate. Most of the time, two things are perceived as different or opposite, but the truth is it's non-duality. It's one, okay? It's oneness, all right? Undividedness. That's the non-duality. A good example of non-duality is, have you seen the picture of yin and yang, right? The balance of the white and the black, the balance of good and evil. It's not separated, but it's one. What else? Day and night, morning and evening is a good example of non-duality, right? We perceive morning as separated to evening, but the truth is, it is one. You can never see a one complete day that is all morning. Have you seen a one day that is all morning? Have you seen one complete 24 hours that it's all evening? Of course not, right? One whole day can only be completed if there is morning and there is evening. If there is day and there is night. So meaning day and night is not separated. It's not two, all right? It's actually one. That's non-duality. And the same goes with failure and success. Failure and success is a good example of non-duality. Failure and success is not opposite, right? Failure and success is actually part of one. It's one, all right? It's one. You know why? Imagine this. Can you actually describe? Can you actually describe what success is? Can you define what success is if you haven't experienced failure? Think about it. How can you celebrate and feel the joy of success if you don't feel the pain of failure? You can only feel the true joy of success if you undergone the pain of failures, right? Mistakes and lesson is also one. It's not separated. Mistakes is precedes lesson. Again, let me repeat. Mistakes, so you don't want to get afraid about mistakes. A lot of people, the reason why they're not moving forward, because they always avoid mistakes. They don't want to make mistakes. All right? They avoid pain of criticism. They don't want to be wrong. They always want the right move. Or they want to be sure. They're perfectionists. I'm telling you, in everything that we do, you can never ever You can never ever be great for you to start. You cannot perfect everything for you to start something. No, no, no. You cannot be great for you to start, but you need to start for you to be great. Because the moment you start through all the way, that through the process, you will know the learnings through mistakes and challenges and problems through the way. Right? So again, mistakes and lesson is one. It's synonymous, right? You need to make mistakes for you to learn a lesson. You'll never learn a lesson you don't make mistakes. That's why as leaders, we don't want to avoid problems. Okay? Leaders who are avoiding problems will never grow. True leaders, true business people, true entrepreneurs will face problems head on. You need to face problem head on, because the moment you face every problem head on, the more problem you solve, the more problem you face head on, you know what happened? You become a better problem solver. And the time that you have a huge organization, the time that you have a lot of leaders in the umbrella of your community, you can handle any problem that will arise because you are a well-versed problem solver already. Because in your career, in your journey, you have faced every problem head on. You didn't avoid it. You didn't do shortcuts. That's why you can notice that a lot of people who are doing shortcuts, okay, most of the people who do shortcuts, it's actually the snake that will bite you, that will crumble you down if you go for shortcuts. All right, because even though you earn fast during a shortcut, when you join a scam, right, when you do a shortcut 419, right, you know the story already. You know the story of a lot of our friends, right? When you do a shortcut and you perceive that you want fast, sharp money, right? Well, look, most of us in Nigeria, I know you guys have stayed there for almost 2 years, right? 6 months, right? Oh, we want it fast, sharp, right? So when you want it fast, sharp, what happened? We do shortcuts. When you do shortcuts, you know it's temporary. You crumble it down because you always go back to scratch, because you need to really undergo the process. There's no elevator for success. You need to use the staircase. You need to undergo problems head on for you to become a, because the true asset is not your car, not your money, not your house. The true asset is you. The more you become developed as a leader, the more you become mature, the more you become a problem solver, the more you become a faster, stronger, resilient. I'm telling you, you are the asset. Houses can be burned. Car can be can after few years it's old already, right? Cars can be old. Houses can be burned. Money can be finished. But your knowledge, your experience, your maturity can never ever be get can never can never never, no one can steal it from you. No one can bring it out from you, right? So you are the true asset. So make sure that we don't avoid any mistakes and failures. It's part. It's one. It's principle of non-duality, right? So I believe most of you are having challenges right now during this crisis. For 4 or 5 months, we're trying to transition online. Most of you are thinking we're getting frustrated because as if nothing is happening to the business. No one is buying your products. No one is joining you. You don't have to worry. It's good. The more mistakes you do, the more okay, we need to love the trial and error stage of our business right now in your transition. Okay, so you can actually really have the confidence. The only thing you need to overcome is the fear and doubt during transition, because whenever we are transitioning, you know always remember this: whenever transition happened, whenever crisis and disruption happened, every one of us, you and me, even the millionaires, even the top earners, all of us are getting out of our comfort zone. Everyone is getting out of our comfort zone. And whenever you get out of your comfort zone, there is fear and doubt that we need to overcome. And let me give you 4 points. I want to align everyone first. Alignment is crucial because the moment we are all aligned, okay, it's easy to understand the science of the springboard approach. All right. So before I give you the science of springboard approach, because the moment you understand the science of the springboard approach, it will make you so committed. It will make you a leader that is so persistent and so committed. The way you do your business, the way you see your business will totally be different the moment you understand the science of the springboard approach. But again, that science will be useless. Understanding that science will be useless if you are not aligned. Okay, if you have a lot of fear and doubt. So let me help you first to overcome fear and doubt. I'll be giving you 4 points. Let me share it to you here. Okay, let me look for my slides first. Let me give to you. Let me show you again. As I show you a graphics, guys, I encourage everyone not to create any annotations. All right, not write anything in the whiteboard. Okay, in our screen. Avoid touching your screen. Just use your chat box. Okay, let me uh let me give to you. Okay, this one. All right. I'm telling you guys. Um, Even for the management, even for the top earners, even for the top distributors, even for our mentors. Every one of us are now in the learning curve right now because we're in transitioning. We need to do something outside of our comfort zone. Let me give an example. Remember last June 28th? What can you remember last June 28th? Let me share you the screen. Last June 28th, we celebrated our first ever virtual anniversary. Remember that? If you are part of this anniversary, if you enjoyed it, can you please type one? Type one if you've been part of this history, if you joined and enjoyed this history. Come on, type one. Yes, Marcel. Wonderful. Albert, Mama Uche, Adewale, Pabatunde, Vera, Cecilia is part of it. You enjoyed it, right? We raffled 14 laptops, 14 cell phones, 14 headphones, 14, what else? Motorcycles or Okada, right? And then one brand new car. A lot of people won. This is our 14th year anniversary. But you know what? Let me give you the story behind before this anniversary. When we concluded this anniversary, it was a success. As you can see, we're the first ever MLM company with 3.8 million. Imagine that, 3.8 million organic engagement. When you say organic, no boosting, no advertisement, it's organic engagement. So what does it mean? It means it shows the strength of AIM Global. It shows the strength of Alliance in Motion Global in numbers. We have the most numbers of active distributors worldwide engaging into us, okay, watching our 5 hours airtime anniversary. So what does it mean? Why is it important if we have the most numbers? Because if you have the most numbers active distributors, it means you have the best product. That's why they are staying, right? If you have the most numbers of active distributors, it means we are really paying on a daily basis. People are really earning money. It's not just money in the internet. It's just not money in your monitor or in your screen. It's not something that it's not a scam. It's not a 419. It's not an overnight company, right? People are staying. So it's important if you have the strength in numbers. So it shows here, right? Because a lot of companies can claim that they are number one. It's easy to claim that you are the number one. It is easy to claim that you have the best compensation plan, you have the best product, you have the best system. It's easy to claim that. But to prove that, we have to prove that in the strength in numbers, the number of people doing the business worldwide. As we speak, we are just 14 years old compared to any other companies that are so huge already, that are 40-year-old or 50-year-old companies in MLM. For the new ones, let me make you understand. There are 50-year-old companies and 40-year-old companies. Oh, Ana Olga is here. Yes, so all right. Hello, Ana. I haven't seen you. You're not opening your cam, huh? So again, let me tell you this. There are 50-year-old companies and 40-year-old MLM companies. For the new ones, I want you to know that. Now, Alliance in Motion Global compared to them is a baby. We are 14-year-old, but look at how fast and how stable and how strong we are. 14-year-old company with 6 million distributors worldwide. 3 million of it is in the Philippines. Another half, that other 3 million, is scattered in different countries, right? In Asia Pacific and Middle East, most in Africa, okay, in your countries there, and in Europe, right? So meaning we are even starting in your country. We haven't yet reached the peak of numbers in Africa that we have here in the Philippines, right? So meaning we haven't scratched a percentage, even 1% of the population in your continent, in your country, in Nigeria. So there's a lot of good things that could happen to you guys there, right? So think about it. 14 years making it very strongly. So this is a wonderful success. But let me be honest with you. If you look back, the people behind this anniversary rally. Okay, let me show you. That's the green screen behind the scene, right? Look at the people here. I'll be honest with you. From Dr. Connie, from Doc Ed Gabantog, from Sir John Asperin, from Sir Arnel Limpin, our Vice President, Sir Jurgen Gonzalez, to the training teams, right? To the creatives, to the staff, every people that you can see in this picture right now, every one of this, I can tell you, we are all offliners. Again, let me repeat. We are offliners. We are used to do this business, okay, for quite some time. For me, I've been in this industry for the past 10, 11 years. For our mentors, Sir Jurgen and Sir Arnel, they've been in the industry for the past 24 plus years, industry of empowerment, right? Doc Ed has been in the industry for the past 20 plus years. Sir John is the same. Dr. Connie is the same. So these are mentors already in the industry. 20 plus years of experience in the industry of MLM. But most of us are doing it offline. We are used to do it in a stage, live coliseum. People are listening, right? People are clapping their hands. We are used to do it live. We are used to shake hands of people, tap their shoulders in person, right? So everyone you can see in these pictures are offliners. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. It is our first time to do a rally, a big rally in front of the camera. Okay? So there's a big adjustment for us. Even we've been here in the industry for quite some time. Our mentors have been here for quite some time. There's a huge adjustment. You know, it's a big difference when you speak in the camera and you speak in a big crowd. For us, we are used in the big crowd. 50,000 people, we are used to talk there. 50,000 people in a live coliseum, live stage. Because when you shout there, people will respond. But now there's a big difference. When you speak in the camera right now, I'm speaking in the camera. I'm speaking to myself. Right? Can you imagine? There's a big adjustment. Okay. What else? When you're speaking in the camera, you know, when we were in the green screen, okay, we cannot actually hear what you are hearing in your mobile phones. Okay. So whatever sound effects you are hearing in your mobile phones, we are not hearing it because the director behind the scene cannot increase the audio output in the green screen. Because if they do that, it will feed back in your audio output in your mobile phones. All right, so we cannot increase the volume. So what it means, whatever we are doing in the green screen, we cannot hear what you are hearing. So there's a big adjustment, all right, from what we are used to do to what we are doing right now during the transition. But let me tell you this, how we became successful with a virtual rally, because these guys from the leadership of Dr. Roconi, Doc Ed, Sir John, and the vice presidents, we overcome this fear of transition to the digital era. The reason why we pushed on this, even though we are all offliners, is because we want to make a statement for each and every one of you that we really need to adapt to the new normal. Meaning, if the board of directors themselves, if the mentors themselves are adapting and embracing the new normal, how much more for each and every one of you? Right? This is the message we want to give to everyone. And you can overcome any fear. How? Let me give to you. Let me show you some observations I had as I go with these mentors. All right? Let me give you some observations I learned as we realize together as we do this virtual rally, as we transition to the digital era. So you can actually have also these 4 points to overcome any fear and doubt in transitioning, in doing something new in your online career, all right? In your online marketing, in your online aim global, all right? So look at this. So number one, okay? Number 1 point, okay? Are you ready? Okay? Yes, Anna Olga, you need to be convenient adjustment. Yes. And it really could be. Adjustment can really become very convenient, okay? Let me give you the 4 points. So adjustment could be very convenient for each and every one of you, okay? You can be comfortable in the outside of your comfort zone, right? You need to get out of your comfort zone right now. And for you to overcome that, that's number 1. Like I told you a while ago, number 1 rule, you need to be proactive. Can you please type it down there? You need to be proactive. Yes, Precious is also with us right now. Come on, type down there, proactive. You need to be proactive. Because like I said, if you will be waiting, you will be having a lot of regrets, right? After we bounce back again. So you need to be proactive. You break the ice. You need to break the ice to be proactive. Okay. You know what I noticed? You know this already. Can I see here the guys who were with us last Philippine trip anniversary last year? All right. Can you press 1 if you are part of the Philippine trip qualifiers last year? Did you miss the anniversary? Did you miss the live anniversary? Yes, Mama Grace is there. Did you miss it? Okay, you're going into the Philippines, doing it in the Philippine arena, right? We miss it, right? We miss it so much. And you know it, we do our anniversary every May. Right? We do the anniversary. We do the anniversary month of May every year. All right? Again, All right, can you hear me? All right. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you. So again, we need to actually we do our anniversary every May of the year. But you know what? Let me give you this 2020 on the month of I think that's May, early weeks of May. Dr. Connie called a meeting, and during one of the meetings in the office, she was telling, because Dr. Connie was the one handling all of our events, right? With the rest of the team, and then she was telling that, guys, we will really miss the anniversary. We'll really miss the anniversary. So he was asking the vice presidents and everyone, are we really not going to push through for the anniversary? And of course, it's given. We cannot, because there's no flight, no mass gathering, no crowd gathering. So, we cannot hold a huge event, right? Because Philippines are in lockdown that time. We're in the midst of the pandemic during the month of May. And you know what Dr. Oconi thought about? Why not? It just sprout out from an idea. She thought about, why not let's do a virtual rally, first ever anniversary that is all online. It just started from an idea. But you know what? The reason why we overcome the fear, because Dr. Coney becomes so proactive. You know what? The day after that meeting, the next day, that morning, Dr. Coney right away, she didn't waited for a time. She didn't waited for days or weeks. She right away called the vice president, called the training team, called the creatives, called the directors, called the operational staff, called everyone. He created a team that will have a meeting and conceptualize how we will run the virtual rally. So what do I mean by that? You know what I observed? When you have an idea and you waited for a week or days before you actually conceptualize and plan and brainstorm, you know what will happen? Okay? Fear and doubt will consume you. So you don't want to wait for days. You don't want for weeks. If you have an idea, break the ice and become proactive. Break the ice right away. Take an action. If you have an idea, take an action right away. Be proactive. Don't let fear and doubt consume you by procrastination. When you procrastinate, fear and doubt, okay, will consume you. Your mind will tell you, Miko, it will be hard. Miko, you are not an onliner, you're an offliner. Miko, we are not used to that. Maybe people will not go. If we do a virtual rally, people will not plug in. Okay, how will you maintain the number of people? So fear and doubt will consume you if you waited. Okay, so make sure when you have an idea right now during the transition, okay, you want to create a new Facebook page, you want to create a system, you want to create a new script, you want to create a new template, you want to beef up your page with your team, guys, right away call your people and start brainstorming, start planning it, start doing it. You need to be proactive, right? You don't want to get consumed by fear and doubt because of your procrastination. All right, are you listening? Number two, okay, number two, to overcome any fear and doubt during transition, I encourage each and everyone to bring out the heart of a child. Okay, I believe, I 100% believe that you and me have our heart of a child inside. You need to bring back the heart of a child. You know, can I ask you guys, who are the leaders here who have children at home? Okay, if you have children at home, maybe your son, your daughter, or maybe your niece, your nephew, all right? If you have experience living with a child at home, have you experienced living with a child at home? Maybe your niece, your nephew, or maybe your daughter, your son, okay, your sister, your younger brother. Can you please type two? Type two if you have experience living with a child at home. Come on, type two. Wow, yes, Mama Grace, of course. Marcel, okay. Mama Uche, of course. Yes, and Olga. Yes. So as you can see, guys, what you can notice, you know what, guys, sometimes we can learn a lot of things from children. Right? We can learn, if you just think about it, we can learn a lot of things from children. You know what? Number one I love about children, children have no fear at all, right? You see a baby crawling in the bed. Okay? You see a baby crawling in the bed because because she is pure and she has no experience yet of pain. She doesn't experience yet hurt or pain or injury. The baby has no fear. Okay? So when you see a toddler crawling in the bed, all right? She will continue to crawl out of her curiosity. The mother and the father will be the one to shout, wow, the baby will fall in the bed and everything. You'll be the one who will be scared because you know what? Fear, the false expectations appearing to be real. The truth is, fear is coming from our exposures in the past. When you feel the rejection, when you feel pain, when you feel struggle throughout your experience, your mind is designed, it's wired to keep you safe. So when you're about to get out of your comfort zone, let me remind you, your mind is designed to keep you safe. So when you're about to get out of your comfort zone, if you're about to do something new, something unusual, your mind will tell you, Miko, you need to step back. Because the last time you did that kind of thing, the last time you did something uncertain, you got so much pain. You got hurt, right? So your mind is wired to survive. It's wired to keep you safe. All right. So most of the time, for adults, the reason why we have so much fear in making mistakes is because we always mingle on the past that we had. Right. So I want us to learn from children. Children have no fear. Number two, you know what I love about children? Children have no prejudice. Children have no judgment. They never think they have never have no children, no baby or no child will ever think about a bad thing towards others, and a child will never think about others hurting them, right? They will never think about someone who wants to hurt them, and they will never ever think about wanting to hurt someone, right? They are pure. So again, no prejudice. Maybe we can learn something from that from the kids. No prejudice. Number three, they're so humble. They have the curiosity to learn. They will be asking you. They have the hunger and thirst to learn something new. The passion in curiosity, in trial and error. I remember a kid asking you, he will always ask you a question, Mama, Mama, Papa, how to do this, how to do that? Why is it like this? Why is it like that? Sometimes you are so bothered, you don't want to answer the kid, right? The kid will even try it on himself. So again, we want to learn this, guys. I'm telling you, if we can even have this attitude of a child, you know what? The last thing I love about children, the last one thing I love about children, they know how to live on the present moment. You will never see a kid, okay? They live on the present moment. Okay? You'll never see a kid playing a ball while playing a car. They don't do multitasking. They never did multitasking. A kid who is playing a ball will play a ball with full focus, with full imagination. All right? And if he wants to transfer to the car, he will drop the ball and go to the car. And this time while he's playing the car, he will really play the car with full focus and full imagination. They know how to live on the present time. When they got hurt, they cry. They cry when they got hurt. They feel the pain. And then after that, when you distract them, they forgot it already. They're happy already, right? Have you noticed that? So sometimes the problem with a lot of adults, we are the reason why we are having a hard time to break through because of so much struggle, we became so stiff. We become so stiff, we become so serious to the point that we always mingle in the past and we always worry about the future. We forgot to live on the present. Remember that life is lived on the present moment. You experience life in the present time, right now. Right now, look at you feel what is happening right now. Feel the words that you hear right now. Feel your environment like right now. Guys, you're experiencing life now. Not yesterday, not a while ago, and not tomorrow. Okay? So we need to love to enjoy and feel loving and enjoying the present time. The synonym of present is gift, right? The synonym of present is gift because the truth is our present time is the gift of God. So you need to live on the present. Stop worrying about future. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Tomorrow will sustain himself. Stop mingling about the past. The past is the past. You learn from it. You don't go back to it, right? So live on the present. If you imagine if we can learn these attributes from a kid, with the experience that we have, with the skills that we have, with the knowledge that we have, and the attributes of a heart of a child, I'm telling you, we will be unlimited. We will be limitless. You will never have a fear and doubt, right? You can do anything. You can learn anything you want to learn. So think about it, all right? Think about it, okay? We can learn a lot of things from children, right? Wonderful. What else? Number three, okay? For me to overcome any fear and doubt, we need to showcase. We need to showcase our creativity. You know what I believe on, guys? In this unpredictable generation, with COVID-19 in our midst, with this pandemic that is happening, all right? You know what? This is the golden age of creativity. You need to be creative, right? You need to be creative because if not, you will be obsolete. You'll be left behind. I am telling you. So you need to bring out your creativeness. I remember during the virtual rally, when Dr. Connie was asking, how are we go during the meeting? How are we going to keep the people watching us for 5 hours? Because in a live coliseum, it's easy to keep the people inside because it's a coliseum. You paid for the ticket, right? But with a virtual rally in Facebook Live, it's free. So when you tune in, right? When you tune in, you can go out anytime. Is that right? The worst is some of our distributors, let's be honest, some of our distributors, even during the live event, when you are inside the hall, you will even go outside during the event. Is that right? You even go outside and eat and do whatever chit chat with your friends outside while somebody is speaking inside. Is that right? So how much more online? Right? There's a lot of distraction. So when you're in your mobile phone, you can go out anytime. So during the meeting, we are brainstorming. How are we going to keep the people, their eyeballs, to watch the live for 5 hours straight? Because if you will be going out, you know what will happen? The number of views will drop. The number of engagement will drop. So we want to keep you there. We want to maintain the people watching it. And we were brainstorming about it. And you know what? It's wonderful. You know what I observed? That's why we had a very successful virtual rally. Every person in the meeting room have their own creativity, their own ideas bringing out in the table. Everyone, from Sir Jurgen, from Sir Arnell, from Dr. Connie, from the creatives, from the training team, right? Everyone is bringing out their ideas. We need to showcase our creativity to stand out and become unique and for us to adapt to this new normal in this transition. So we thought about doing a raffle, right? We thought about doing a raffle, and we were thinking about how are we going to determine who will win? How are we going to actually ask questions? How are we going to make? So we have a lot of ideas coming out. I love it. It's not only coming from our industry. So in your business right now, you need to showcase your creativity. So instead of you feeling the fear and doubt, you'll feel excited because you are bringing out your uniqueness, right? In your business. So showcase your creativity. I remember this guy here in the Philippines is a businessman. It's outside of our industry. Outside of our industry, there is a salon owner. You know what a salon is? The barber shop where you cut your hair, you pamper yourself, right? Here in the Philippines, the salon industry, all right, the barber shop industry is affected by the pandemic because no customer will go to the barber shop right now to pamper themselves because they will be exposed to the COVID-19. So no one is going to salon. So the salon industry is dropped down. You know what? This one business person here in the Philippines, he started the mobile salon. He showcased his creativity. You know what he did? He rented big buses. The big bus. And then he edited the interior. He made it like a very high-end salon. He removed all the chairs. He put mirrors and everything. Everything that you can see in a salon is there inside the bus. And then this mobile salon, this bus, is roaming around the city here in the Philippines. So you don't need to travel for you to pamper yourself and cut your hair. You just need to go out of your house and there's a big bus, right? They will sanitize you and then you'll pay money. You'll go inside. They will cut your hair and they will pamper you, right? And then you go out again. You'll write down if you had fever, everything. So everything they will do everything. The barber, the salon guy that will cut your hair is in a protective gear to avoid contamination. Right? So the this business person, what I mean is that he showcased his creativity. Other salon, they are closed down. Other barbershop, the business discontinued. No income. But this guy, his business is continuous, his business is moving, is booming. Why? Because he showcased his creativity. This is now the golden age of creativity. You need to be creative. Come on, type it down there. I need to become creative. Come on, type it down there. You need to be, all right? Especially in this pandemic that is happening right now, whatever that is, you have an idea right now, showcase your creativity in your business to overcome any fear and doubt. Yes. Ebizimor, you need to be creative. Yes, and Olga, be creative. Yes, Mama Grace, Marcel, Cecilia, Albert, all of us need to be creative, right? And last but not the least, the fourth point. Okay, are you ready? Fourth point, the most powerful one. For you to overcome any fear and doubt, and for you to continue your business, okay, and thrive in this new normal, I'm telling you guys, you need to work with a team. I love this. Okay, you know the problem sometimes why you are having a hard time to transition, because you are doing your system alone. You are thinking about the system alone. You cannot do that, guys. Remember this: if you want to overcome any fear, if you don't want fear to consume you, okay, and you want to thrive in this transition, I am telling you, you need to find generals. You need to find your soulmates in business. You need to find people that you have the same wavelengths, you have the same vision. All right, you need to brainstorm with them. You need a team. You cannot do it alone. No man is an island in this business. I am telling you guys. You can never become millionaire. You can never become successful in any business, especially in Alliance and Motion Global, especially in our industry, alone. In fact, in any business, you can never be alone. Look at it, right? That's why for me, I don't believe in the title self-made millionaire. I don't believe on that, right? When you hear somebody telling you, hello guys, this is blah, 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 and I am a self-made millionaire. Come on, run away. That's foolish, all right? There's no such thing as self-made millionaire. All the billionaires and millionaires in business, okay, in business, in entrepreneurship, you need to have a team. You need to have generals. You need to have people you brainstorm always with. Okay, but the truth is, the challenge, the misconception of most is that the society is used to hear some soul inventor. Right? That's why they thought success is being alone, because they always think about the sole inventor. Like, for example, let me give an example. If you think about Facebook, the first name that you will remember when you think about Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg, right? The sole inventor of Facebook. If you think about Macintosh, the Mac, the Apple cell phone, the Mac, right? The first name that will pop up in your mind is Steve Jobs, right? When you think about Alibaba, right? When you think about Alibaba, what will pop up in your mind is Jack Ma. In Nigeria, if you think about the Dangote group of companies, the only person from the name of the company itself, the first person you will think about is Dangote, right? And you think Dangote is a billionaire, yes, that's true. They are the sole inventor. They are the one who started it. Okay, but the truth is, Facebook, Alibaba, all right, Macintosh, Microsoft, or even Dangote group of companies can never grow big and never become successful if they are just alone. Dangote have a team of people. Okay? I'm sure of that. Jack Ma have a team of people. Mark Zuckerberg, when he did Facebook in his dormitory, he has friends who help him do it. Right? Until now, he have a great team doing it with him. All right? Macintosh is the same. Steve Jobs is gone, but his team is still continuing to produce Mac and Apple. Right? This wonderful gadget. So you need to work with a team. You need to have people with you. You cannot do it alone. That's why you're having a hard time. Okay? That's why when you are alone, procrastination consumes you, laziness consumes you, self-doubt consumes you, right? So again, but when you are working with a team, your morale is up, your excitement is up. That's why here in the Philippines, there's a lot of system called hub. A lot of uplines right now are investing into hub. They rent a space, a house, all right? They rent a space, they pay for the space, and then their leaders will go there, onliners. 10 to 20 onliners will stay in the same roof. They will chip in for the food. They will chip in for the electricity and internet connection. But everyone will be on that roof doing their online. So they're doing their script together. When they think about the script, they brainstorm it with their teammate. What do you think about this script? What do you need? We need to add on this template. What do you need? We need to add on this mindset. They do it together, right? So even though before they sleep, they talk about in global. They talk about the business. They empower each other. When somebody feels down, and it's natural. Somebody feel disappointed. Somebody feel frustrated, and it's natural. Somebody feel tired. It's natural. All right. Somebody can tap you because you work with a team. But if you're alone, no one will tap you. No one will encourage you. No one will inspire you. So you need to work with a team, guys. You can never work alone. If you want to thrive in this transition, look for your generals. Look for your wavelength. Look for your soulmates. All right. So again, I encourage you right now. Can you think about 3 to 5? You don't need to write down all of your team members. I want you to type in right now. I will shout out for them. Type in 3 to 5 first names of your generals, either your upline, either your downline, or your crossline, whoever that is, even it's a crossline, even it's an upline, even it's a downline, as long as people that you think you can brainstorm always with, people you can talk always with, people you can share your ideas with, people you respect, people you want to work with. Think about them. You need them, right? Type down their names. 3 to 5, okay? The first 3 to 5 people, all right? Wonderful. Okay, Natasha here is sharing me Olga Precious, Olga Anna, and Maria. Wonderful. Precious is saying Ann Olga. Yes. Angelitan is her founder, May Teresita Agustin. Wonderful. You need to do 3 to 5. You need to have a team. Okay? Wonderful. Olga Precious added Natasha. Fanny, think about Esther, Mama Grace, and Sandra. Wonderful. Ann Olga. All right, let me read it down. It's going up very fast, huh? Ann Olga said, Adiemi Michael, Olga Precious, Natasha, and Dr. Vincent. Wonderful. I know you have a lot of leaders. I know you have a lot of generals, but only think about 3 to 5 first names that you can brainstorm it, that will become your generals. Wonderful. Eke Joshua thought about happiness, Lonson, and what is this? Okay, Lonson. All right, happiness and Lonson. Mama Grace and Peter. Okay? Tijani Abubakar said, Mo Money, Jamwal, Jamrem, and Awo. Wonderful. Congrats. You have a team, right? Angelitan added Annalie. Olga Precious added Maria. Abdulaziz added Mamio. Wonderful. Good. All right. Vera said Mama Grace and Gift. Okay. Ferdinand Maula said Mariana, Bean, Evelyn, Jocelyn, and Teresa. Congrats. Blossom Friday, written down Bishop, Alvin, Godwin, Raymond, Peter, and Ikureke. Yes, that's it. All right, Mr. Ikureke Friday, type down Mr. Uche Okomek, Mrs. Uche Onokora. Yes, Uwem Bishops and Alfred Anthony. Wonderful. All right, so again, with all of these names that you have, these are the people you want to brainstorm always with. You want to work with them always, guys. Okay, these are the people you always talk to with, share your ideas, adjust your scripts, adjust your templates. Okay, adjust your platform, your system online. Okay, brainstorm with them. The more you work with a team, I am telling you, the more you overcome and fear. The same with the management. The reason why the management of Alliance and Motion Global is thriving in whatever challenges may arise, because they love to work with a team. Okay, and let me give you guys these 4 points. You can simply do all of this if you have the right attitude. All right, it will be very hard for you to become proactive and showcase your creativity if you have a negative mental attitude. All right, what else? It's hard to bring out the heart of a child, okay, and become humble to learn if you have so much pride. Okay, if you think that you know it all, you'll be having a hard time to bring out the heart of a child. Humility is very important in our business. Look at our mentors. You know, I'll be honest with you. Even Sir Arnell is our mentor. Sir Jurgen, they are always chatting us. Miko, how to open our Zoom, how to do this and that, because they don't need to prove anything. Remember that humility reveals one's maturity and security inside. When you see someone who is so arrogant, who think as if he knows it all, most of those people, the reason why they are arrogant is because it's their defense mechanism of their insecurity inside. Right? So if you see people who are secured and mature, nothing to prove, they are not defensive, they are humble enough. So they listen, they learn. Even for us, all of us here, Sir Christian, Sir Sir Japs, all of the international trainers, even me, guys, we are still learning. We are listening. We have mentors teaching us every now and then. We read books, we research, we learn, because learning is inevitable, right? You need to always do it. So again, you cannot overcome any fear if you don't have the right attitude. And of course, it's hard to work with a team if your team doesn't like you. So these 4 points can be very simple if you have the right attitude, right? So again, these are the 4 points to overcome any fear. Now that we are all aligned, okay? Now that you know what to practice. Okay, these are the things you need to practice to align yourself. Okay, in this transition. Okay, in this new normal. Okay, now that we have this, let me give you right now the science. Okay, I love this because I don't usually share this, guys. This will be very short. That's why I put it on the end. The springboard approach. This will not be a long topic. It will be very short, but I'm telling you, the moment you absorb and grasp the idea, the science of the springboard approach, the way you do your business will be totally different. You'll never get lost. That's it. You'll never get lost. So are you ready, guys? The springboard approach. Okay. Now, I don't know if you love science when you were studying before, specifically physics. All right. Who here loved physics when they were studying? For me, I'll be honest with you. When I was still a student, I'm always absent during the physics class. So I repeated physics many times in my college times, right? Because in nursing, I'm a nursing profession. During my nursing career, we have a subject physics, and I don't usually go to the class. I cut my class, all right? So let us go back to physics today. Let me share you a science called springboard approach. Yes, that's it. Can you see the graphics now? Okay. All right. Yes, Johnny also don't like physics. Don't worry. This time we'll make physics so good. All right, that it will make you very wealthy. All right. Physics in business. Physics that is being practiced in business will make you very, very wealthy, Johnny. All right. And Olga, don't worry. This physics now that I will teach you will definitely make your business so good. All right. The way you do your business, you'll never get lost as long as you understand this physics of springboard approach. Yes, understanding how a springboard works in your business. Okay? All right, now let's start. All right? I hope you are ready. If you are ready, I want you to bear with me because it will be very short, okay? But I want your full focus. We need your 100% focus because it's useless that I give this to you if you don't give your focus right now, because I don't usually share this. I usually share this only to leaders, okay? So I'll just be sharing it today to you for the people who are here right now in our session today. All right. So if you're ready, yes, wonderful. Type down there, I am ready. Yes, thank you, Natasha. Yes, thank you, Chica. Thank you, Mama Uche. Thank you, Sitemba, Abdulaziz. Thank you. Yes, they are ready. Sheriff is ready. Yes, Ferdinand Maula is ready. Ikoreke Friday is ready. Wonderful, wonderful. Marcel is ready. Good. Now look at this. Let's start. When you talk about springboard, okay? Now think about it. Why do you think when we jump in a springboard, we bounce? Look at the picture here. This is an example of a springboard, right? Why do you think, what's the example of a springboard? Have you seen the swimming pool? When you go to the swimming pool and it's a dipping pool, usually you see a diving board, right? A diving board is also an example of a springboard, right? What else? A trampoline. When you jump in the middle of a trampoline, you will bounce back. Now, why do you think when we jump in a springboard, we bounce back? What do you think is happening? When we jump in a springboard, we bounce back. This is physics, right? This is physics. Now, let me give you the answer. Let me give you the reason why we are bouncing when we jump in a springboard, and we can do this in business. When you understand this, it's the same in business. Okay, you'll never get lost. Look at this. All right, when you use a springboard in business, you'll never get lost. Look at this. Look at this girl jumping in a trampoline. It's an example of a springboard. The reason why he is bouncing back when she jumps in a springboard, the law of physics that is being used here. Let me bring you back to physics. The law of motion, Newton's law of motion, you can remember this when you were studying. He said here, his first law of motion is that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Do you remember that? The reason why we are bouncing back in a springboard is that it's the law of the universe. It's the law of motion. When you say law, it's given, it's happening, it's a fact. You cannot remove it, right? The law of motion. What else? The law of gravity, right? Gravity is given. We know that there's a gravity, right? What else? The law of attraction. We know that there's a law of attraction. When you say law, it's something that it's given. So one law of motion that we can actually adopt into business is that for every action, there will be an equal and opposite reaction. So whatever you do, there will be always something that will come back. It's the same law, principle in sowing and reaping, right? The principle of sowing and reaping. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Whatever you plant, you will harvest. If you sow little, you will harvest little. If you sow plenty, you will harvest plenty. But if you saw nothing, if you planted nothing, then don't complain. You will not harvest and reap anything, right? So a lot of people, they want to harvest a lot, but they are not willing to plant and sow a lot. All right. So if you want in business, if you want to reap and harvest a lot, you need to be willing to plant and sow a lot. Okay. The principle of sowing and reaping, the principle of cause and effect. Whatever you do, there'll always be an effect. So that's also a part of this law of motion, that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Now think about it. What is the most important element of a springboard? Of course, the most important element of a springboard is a spring. Okay, the reason why the law of motion is happening here, in your jump, in your going upward, when you jump higher, it will go higher on the second time. On the third time, when you jump more higher with your weight and the gravity, you will go up more higher. Okay, so look at this. The most important element is a spring. Now, using the spring, okay, I hope you're following. I will give you 4 stages, only four stages of a life of an entrepreneur. Now, as we understand these 4 stages, again, you will never get lost. Okay? You will know and expect what will happen to the next. You will know what to do, and you know what will expect. So I'll give you the 4 stages. Let me give you the story of an entrepreneur, the life of an entrepreneur. Each and every one of you and me are entrepreneurs. As long as you're doing Alliance and Motion Global, you are an entrepreneur. So you need to know and to expect what will happen. What are the phases of our journey? Okay, now let me give you 4. All right, we call it, I'll be showing it to you, and I will be explaining it later one by one. I want you to write it down. If you can write it down, write it down. Okay, what is it? Number 1 is starting point. Number 2 is momentum. Number 3 is highest point. And number 4 is turning point. Okay, you can write it down first, and then we will explain it later one by one. All right, again, starting point, momentum, highest point, and turning point. Come on, write it down first, so you'll never forget it. Okay, these are the 4 phases that an entrepreneur will actually undergo. All right, 4 phases in any kind of business. In fact, you know what? This training, this science, this physics and springboard approach can be done and explained in any business, in any industry. But because we are in Alliance and Motion Global, we will apply it right now in our industry. All right, so I hope you're listening. Okay, we will apply it now to our industry, to our business. Okay, but this science can be applied in any business. All right, in any industry. Okay, so again, 4 phases: starting point, momentum, highest point, and turning. Now, I want you to remember, I want you to understand, these phases is a process. All right, it's a process, meaning you cannot reach the highest point if you haven't undergone momentum. All right, you will never experience highest point if you haven't undergone the momentum phase of your business. And you will never reach momentum if you haven't really started yet. So it's a process. It's you cannot skip one. You cannot skip a process to jump into on. All right, I hope you're following. If you're following me, type 1. All right, so we will move on. Come on, if you're following me, type 1. It's a process. These are the 4 phases of an entrepreneur. Wonderful. Okay, Marcel is following. Yes, yes, everyone, type 1, type 1. All right, good, good, good. Everyone is following. Okay, now look at this. Let me start. Okay, now look at this. When you start doing Alliance and Motion Global, think about it. All of you guys, think about it. When you started doing Alliance and Motion Global, you started, doing your first SP, or your first starting point. Okay? When we start joining Alliance and Motion Global, when you start doing the business, you will first undergo the first starting point. Now, let me make you things clear. How will you know if you are in the starting point? You will know that you are in the starting point if you are already doing the activities. So meaning, it doesn't mean that you just joined AIM Global and you just bought the global package. You're already starting. No, 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 no. There are a lot of people here in AIM Global business that who bought the package but didn't started the business. All right? Okay, let me repeat. There are a lot of distributors in AIM Global who joined and bought the packages. 1 account, 3 accounts, 7 accounts, 15 accounts. But the truth is, they didn't started the business at all. At all. They didn't started. Right? You know, guys, let me make things clear. Alliance and Motion Global is not a scam. It's not a 419. If you want to earn money and harvest money without doing anything, I encourage you to stop doing AIM Global. There's a lot of scam outside, especially now. In this time of crisis, guys, listen to me. In the time of crisis, there will be a lot of scam. We've been there. We've done that. All right. During crisis period, during disruption, there's a lot of scam. 419 overnight company that will sprout out, and they will let you hear what you want to hear. They will tell you they have online products. They will tell you they have e-commerce products and everything. They have infrastructure online, but the truth is you'll never hear them before. You'll never hear them. They will tell you that they are 8 years already, they are 7 years already, but you'll never hear the company at all. You just first time hear them right now. Okay? Because whenever there's a crisis, a lot of scam will come in. Now I'm telling you, if you want fast money and you will not do anything, okay? You just put inside your money and then you expect money to come back, then join a scam. Join a scam. But I'm telling you, when you join a scam, guess what? All right? You sacrifice your integrity, you sacrifice your name, and you know anything that is fast will come short. And I'm telling you, there's no shortcut. Even you earn, if you're thinking that you just go there to earn a big money and then you will use it in a legal company, you cannot do that. Because when you start doing scam, it's hard to come back again to do the right one. All right? You can never start wrong and expect to end right. Okay? You cannot do that. If you want to end right, you need to start it right. Okay? So again, I'm telling you, you'll be having a hard time. Okay? So I encourage you in Alliance in Motion Global, let me remind you, it's a business. It goes with hard work. It goes with passion. You need to grow this. You need to work it out, but it's worthy. It's long term. It's stable, right? It's something that will last long until your next generation. It's something that you can actually offer to your children's children. When your account is earning so huge and so big, your organization is moving well, I am telling you, our products is already a household product. Okay? We'll never go out of business. Okay? AIM Global is here to stay forever for each and every one of you. Okay? We might change a platform like empowered consumerism right now. We are doing empowered consumerism, but fueled with Alliance in Motion Global, I am telling you, we are here to stay. Okay? A lot of leaders are coming out, but AIM Global is always here. Okay? We'll never leave you. You could actually have a time in your life, in your career, that you will leave us, but we, for us, will never leave you. Okay? So that's one fact. So again, I'm telling you guys, so you need to do something. You need to make sure that you start by doing activities. In the starting point, you need to do a lot of activities. Increase your activities. Look at this. Okay? You know in our business the activities that you need to do. These are the basic activities, right? You need to have a lot of prospecting, a lot of invitations, a lot of people you talk to. You need to have a lot of follow-ups. You need to have a lot of trainings, mentoring stuff. You know what? Look at the activities that I written here. Now that we are transitioning in a digital era, now that we are transitioning online, that's why I told you our business right now is more simpler, more easier, because there's a lot of activities here that we don't need to practice anymore, right? Because of the new normal. Like for example, the house party. You cannot do the house party anymore. There's social distancing. We cannot do the campus day. I miss the campus day where we go to a university and we waited for the break time or what you call this, when students are going home already. They will go to our place and we will present the business to them. We will go to the universities. That's what we call the campus day. All right. Right now, there are a lot of activities here that we cannot usually do now because of the new normal. So our business is now more simpler, more easier. So it's best time to really study and do it. Right. But again, let me tell you this. You need to increase your activity for you to make sure that you will reach your first momentum. Okay. The only way for you to reach your momentum is for you to increase your activity. There's no secret. There's no secret to success in any business. In whatever business you are into, in entrepreneurship, activity will define your momentum. The number of your activity, okay, the intensity of your activity will define the length of your momentum. Okay, so you need to do a lot of activities, a lot of prospects, a lot of invitation that you talk to, a lot of Zoom presentations like this, a lot of presentations of marketing plan, a lot of retail of products moving every now and then. You need to increase your activity. All right, that is the same with an aircraft. All right, are you still there? Have you ever rode an aircraft before? Have you rode an aircraft before? If you rode an aircraft, especially for the Philippine trip qualifiers or whoever rode an aircraft or airplane, can you please type do? Come on, type 2. I wanted to see if you're still there. Have you seen an aircraft or rode an aircraft before in an airport? Wonderful. Okay. Yes. So look at this. In an aircraft, in an airport, the runway. Look at the runway. The runway is designed to be long and wide. You know why? Because an aircraft cannot take off and fly high without building momentum. Have you ever seen an airplane who take off moving slowly? Have you seen an aircraft taking off moving slowly? Of course not. All the aircraft that is taking off and flying high needs to build momentum and needs to run very fast. That's why the runway is designed to be long. It takes time to build momentum. There's a lot of people who are building, who are actually expecting to build the momentum with a very small activities. The same with an aircraft, the engine must run 100% full throttle. That's why you see the pilot, he will park first he will first park the aircraft, and then he will open all the engine 100%, and it will run very fast until it will build the momentum and it will take off and fly. Right? The same here. For you to experience momentum, you need to do a lot of activities, a lot of presentations, a lot of schedules, a lot of retail, a lot of movement of products, a lot of prospecting until you feel there will be a momentum. Okay? You will reach now the momentum. You need to give your 100% full throttle. Now, look at this. Let me ask you, who are the leaders here who've been, I expect people who are 1 month or 2 months or 3 months old in the business haven't yet experienced momentum. But for the 1 year or more, I believe you have experienced momentum already in your business, right? Now, let me ask you, who have experienced momentum already in their business or in their career of AIM Global? Now, let me tell you first, you will know that you are in the momentum if your schedule is too much, meaning your 1 week is even not enough to accommodate all the schedule of your leaders on your left and on your right. The retail is too much. There are a lot of orders, a lot of encoding lined up, right? You've been encoding lined up. You know, momentum are different. Your momentum and different people have different momentum. The length. Some momentum will last for 2 weeks. Some momentum could last for 1 month. Others are building up their momentum for 6 months, right? Very long momentum. Now, let me ask you, in your business, have you ever experienced a momentum where you're so busy? There's a lot of schedule, a lot of people to talk to. You don't have even time to talk to your own prospect because from the prospect alone of your leaders, there's a lot of schedule already, a lot of encoding happening, lined up for 2 weeks. Come on, tell me if you've experienced type one if you have experienced a momentum ever. And then I'm not saying that you're still in the momentum right now, but if you have experienced momentum, okay, you have experienced momentum before and it faded out, okay, you experience momentum and it faded out. You're so busy, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Okay, have you experienced that? After 2 weeks, there's a lot of activities, very busy, a lot of people. After 2 weeks, some are 3 months, some are 1 month, and then after that, it's gone. All right, have you experienced that? All right, that's the momentum. All right, very good. All right, at least most of you know what is the momentum. All right, that is the momentum phase. So every one of us will reach a momentum, and it will only happen if you will bombard yourself with a lot of activities. Momentum will happen if you bombard yourself with a lot of activity. So for the people here who haven't type 1, for the people who haven't yet experienced momentum, at least now you know what you need to do, right? No secret. If you want to build momentum, you need to do a lot of activities. All right? Are you following? You need to do a lot of activities before you can build a momentum. So run yourself 100%. The same with an aircraft. We don't need your 50% here. Are you really running 100%? Okay? If you're running 70%, 80%, an aircraft can never build momentum. You can never build momentum here. You need to give it 100%. Okay? Activities. Okay? Before you can build momentum. Now, look at this. When you build the momentum, what is the next phase? What is the next phase? You know this. When you build the momentum, the next of encode when encodings are lined up, a lot of registrations coming in. The next is encashment. This is your favorite. Okay, this is your favorite phase, right? You will now experience the first highest point. Encashment will happen. All right. Now look at this. Listen to me. Some of you wants to have experienced the highest point without experiencing the starting point. That's the problem, right? Some of you are expecting to earn money big, okay, without building momentum, okay? So what you need to do, you need to undergo a lot of activities, starting point, before you build momentum, before you will encash, you will withdraw, okay? Now, your first highest point, listen to me carefully, guys, listen to me. Your first highest point, the money, the amount of your first highest point will be defined by the length of your momentum. All right? So if your momentum only lasts for 2 weeks, maybe your highest point could be first $300, your first $200, right? Your first $400. But if your momentum will last for 3 months or 6 months, you could expect a highest point to reach like, first $2,000, first 3,000, first $5,000. Are you with me? So meaning your highest point, your first biggest check, okay, your first biggest check, all right, will be defined by your length of momentum. How long was the momentum? How long are you busy? How long are you having a lot of activities, a lot of production, a lot of registration, a lot of retail reorders? Are you getting my point? Okay. Now, I believe most of you have reached your highest point. This is where some people bought their second-hand car. Some people have bought their first hustle. They call it hustle car, right? They first bought their car, first bought their brand new car, right? This is the first highest point. Some of you have experienced this already. For leaders, I'm speaking to leaders. Now look at this. Look at this. Expect this. What's next of the highest point? Why Natasha is saying, but guns sometimes. All right, that's true, Natasha. When you reach a momentum, you're so busy, everybody is hype, everybody shouting, power, grabe, power, grabe. And then after 3 months, you message them, they will reply to you, who are you? Right? They don't reply anymore, they don't respond anymore. Attrition is happening. You feel activities are slowing down. Okay? Because I'm telling you guys, 100% sure in any kind of business, when you reach the highest point, you will always experience what we call the turning point in any business. All right? Some of us, we will be having different turning points depending on the length of our momentum. Okay? Some of us, we have an early turning point. Some of us, because our momentum is so long, all right? So our turning point is so it's not yet happening, or maybe it happened already fast, or it happened quite short, all right? But again, let me remind you, every time you will reach a high check, when you feel everything is slowing down, you are now experiencing turning point. Yes. And all guys, as I know you are relating with what I'm saying right now, right? You will experience that turning point. Now, this turning point is important. Listen to me. Okay, like I told you, if you understand the springboard approach, the science of springboard approach, you'll never get lost. So listen to me, guys. During the turning point, this is crucial. You need to be conscious if you are experiencing a turning point already. You will know it as a leader because you will know the activity is slowing down. You will know when the people are fading out. Attrition, it's natural. I am not only 100% but 300% sure in every business this is happening. All right? Some experience this every year. Some experience this every quarter. Some experience this every 3 months, every 4 months. Again, it depends on how long your momentum is. Okay? But I'm sure that you will experience this turning point. Now, listen to me. When you experience the turning point, guys, okay? When you feel things are slowing down, I call this the crucial point, because your next decision, your next action during this period will make or break your business. Okay? Your next decision during the turning point will make or break your business. Some leaders, because they don't know this springboard approach, because they don't understand the science of business, okay? Some of them, during turning point, they become complacent, all right? Again, listen to me. Complacency is the worst enemy of future possibilities. You will never experience the springboard approach if you become complacent. You will, your business will die out of complacency. Complacency is the worst enemy of future possibility. Listen to me carefully. All right? Relate to me. Look at your business, look at your career, look at what is happening, and try to learn from it. Try to realize from it. Okay? So, meaning, some leaders, look at me right now. I hope you're seeing me also. Look at me first before you look at the picture. Okay? When you reach the highest point, okay, and you experience the turning point now, what you need to do, some leaders, they become complacent, they relax. So because they relax, the turning point, it dive down, 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 down. All right? And they become frustrated, they feel stuck already, they become disappointed as if nothing happened. All right? And they will tell themselves as if MLM is not for me. Maybe AIM Global is not the correct company. Maybe I need to shift to another company. Maybe I need to jump out. They become emotional. But the truth is, they got it wrongly because they don't know this science. They are in a turning point and they become complacent. Now listen to me. What is the best antidote? What is the next thing you need to do when you reach the turning point? When you feel things are slowing down, don't wait. Don't let it go dive down so deep. Don't let it dive down so deep. As early as possible. We call it ASAP. As soon as possible. When you feel things are slowing down, listen to me, you need to be willing to do the second starting point. Look at the picture. When things is going down, as soon as possible, ASAP, as soon as possible, you need to be willing to start again, to do the basics again, to do prospecting again, to build new legs again, to sponsor new people again. All right? This is the time. What you need to do is to actually create new market. The same company, the same group, but this time you need to be willing to recruit again. Be willing to go to the field again. Be willing to dirty your hands again. The problem with some leaders is that when they reach the highest point, success comes to their head. They don't want to be dirty again. They don't want to get tired again. They don't want to prospect anymore. They don't want to invite anymore. They don't want to create new direct anymore. That's the problem. When success goes to your head, all right? And you don't want to work again. You don't want to start again. Some leaders during turning point, because they experience a big check, because they experience a big encashment, and they bought their car, they don't want to direct anymore. They don't want to start anymore. They don't want to go back again the moment they're starting. That's wrong. I am telling you. That's the start of you diving down. Okay? You'll get frustrated. So the moment you feel it's going down, the moment you feel the activity is slowing down, right away, as soon as possible, start again. Build new people in a new community. Find a new market. You don't have to worry that you are starting again. Even your income goes back again to zero, it's okay. You know why? Look at the picture. Look at the picture carefully. Your first starting point is far from your second starting point. Look at the level. Your first starting point is far from your second starting point. You know why? Even the income is the same. On your second starting point, this time you have You have some leaders who left behind already. Now, maybe some of you will tell me, no, Miko, all of our leaders quit. That's okay. Why? Because this time on your second starting point, you are more smarter. You are more experienced. You are more knowledgeable. You are more, you have more skills. You have better skills this time. You have better mind setting this time. You have better presentation this time. So you are far from where on your second starting point, it's okay to start again because you are far away from your first starting point. You have more experience this time. Are you getting my point? The only thing that you need to do is to, as soon as possible, don't let things go down so deep. When you think things are slowing down, start again. Build new legs. Don't get complacent. Yes, and Oga, a living testimony, right? Start again. Now look at this. This time, your second starting point will be faster. But you need to give the same effort. Remember in the trampoline, when you start giving, when you jump first time and you reach the highest point, and you don't give effort anymore, your height will go down and go down and go down and go down. But when you first jump is so, when you give your full effort on your first jump, and on the second jump you still give your 100% effort, your next height will be higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Are you getting my idea? So when you start again on the second starting point, give your full effort. This time you are more experienced. This time you have more skills. So you will reach now your second momentum. Okay? You will now reach your second momentum. This time, your second momentum, when you experience the second momentum, what you need to do, listen to me, when you reach your momentum, there are more registrations again, a lot of pre-orders, you get so busy again, all right? Your schedule is not enough again. What you need to do, add more. Step on the gas. You step on the gas. When you reach the momentum, second momentum, you step on the gas more. You add more schedules. You add more presentations. You add more people. You add more encoding. You add more OPTs. All right. You need to make yourself so busy so the momentum will be more longer this time. Are you with me? Okay. I hope you're following me right now. So look at this. When you reach your second momentum, okay, you know what is next, right? Second momentum, of course, encoding, registrations, right after there, here and there. Global packages are being sold out here and there. Okay, people are buying, people are joining here and there, people are buying products here and there. The next thing is your favorite part, okay? Your second highest point. From first $300, right now you're earning $3,000, right? This time you will reach higher. You'll earn higher on your second highest point. Okay? But again, look at this. You know this already. When you reach your second highest point, what do you expect? 100% sure it will happen. What do you expect? Come on, type it down there. If you're still there, if you're still following, if you're still listening, come on. After your second highest point, what do you expect? Your second what? Come on, type it down there. After your second highest point, what is next? In your business, what do you expect to happen? When you expect it, you know what to do because you are prepared, right? When you know what will happen, okay? When you reach a big income, okay? Second highest point, what is happening next? What do you need to expect next? Yes, wonderful. Second TP, you expect that you will have again turning point. I'm 100% sure, guys. Don't ever sit in your mind that success and big checks will be there unlimitedly. I am telling you, the moment you become complacent and stagnant is the moment of you diving down. Don't ever imagine that your success, your highest point will go reach, unlimitedly. There will always be a turning point. Okay? Now, during that turning point, look at this. This is now the crucial part. All right? Look at this. This is now the crucial part. When you reach the turning point again, it will go down again. It will slow down again. All right? Now you know what to do, right? You will not let it to go down. As soon as possible, what do you need to do? Type it down there. Come on, guys. What do you need to do, guys? All right? What you need to do when you reach the second highest point and you reach the second TP, when you experience the turning point again, things are slowing down again. things are going down again. What you need to do? Of course, you need to increase again, go back to basics again, build new legs again. You need to do, that's what I call the third starting point. Now look at this. This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens. This is where financial freedom comes in. Are you with me? Look at the picture. Come on, everybody. If you're following me, look at the picture. Okay? If you're focused, look at the picture. Look at the line of the third starting point and the line of the first highest point. Do you see the first highest point and the third starting points line is together? Are you with me? All right? The
Yes.
first highest point and the third starting points line is the same. Meaning, on your third starting point, even you are starting again, even you are going back again, even you are building again, it's okay because still you are encashing as if you're encashing your first highest point level. Are you with me? That's why there are top earners that reach the first 1 million pesos. Okay? But there will be months that they will be earning 600,000. There will be months that they will be in the turning point that they will be earning 500,000. It will not be consistently 1 million. All right? When they earn 1 million, all right, pesos, all right? When they have a turning point, it will go down to 500, 600, 700. It's far from their highest point, but it's okay. Still, it's okay because it's still as high as their first highest point. Are you with me? So even they are starting again, they are still earning big. All right? So look at that. On your third starting point is the same level of your first highest point. So you don't feel it goes down. It's still high. Okay? Let me give an example. We have leaders right now in Nigeria, okay? And we have leaders in East Africa. I will not go far. I will not even go here in the Philippines, okay? Let me just give you an idea about there in Nigeria, okay? There are leaders now in Nigeria earning 2 million pesos in a month, okay? In 1 month, their highest point is 2 million pesos or 2 million to 2.5 million pesos in a month. Can we convert that? Can we give me the conversion of 2 million pesos in Nigeria? How much is 2 million pesos in Nigeria? I'm sorry, I forgot the conversion already. We've been
Like 14 million to 15 million, Sir Miko.
Sir Christian, I'm sorry.
It's like 14 to 15 million naira.
All right, good. Okay, thank you, sir. 14 to 15 million naira. Okay, now let me share to you guys. We have some leaders, okay, in Nigeria, in East Africa as well, that are earning 14 to 15 million naira in 1 month. That is their highest point. But think about it. There are turning points. It's not monthly. All right. Like for example, this month they earn 15 million. Next month they earn 14.5 million. Next coming month they earn 13.2 million. There will be months during the turning point when things are slowing down. Okay. There will be months they will be earning 10 million naira. There will be months that they will be earning 8 million naira. Now let me ask you, 8 million to 10 million is far from 15 million, correct? It really goes down. It's a turning point. But let me ask you, 8 to 10 million naira, is it big or small? Right? Is it big enough or very small? All right? 8 to 10 million naira is still big enough. That is what I'm talking about. You will reach to a point when you are willing to start and start again. You will reach a point that even you are starting as if it didn't go down because you are still encashing a big amount of money. Look at the third starting point and the first highest point. That is what will gonna happen. And when you do the third starting point and when you give your best, you will experience, guys. You will experience your third momentum, third highest point, and so on and so forth. To the point that even you are going down, still it's big enough and you go up and go up and go up and go up. All right, you need to be willing to start again. The problem and the worst enemy that you will have is complacency. When you are not willing to create new people anymore, when you are not willing to direct anymore, all right, that is the problem. That's where the problem will set in. When you become complacent, stagnancy will set in, and it will dive you down. So remember, when things slow down, the only antidote, build new people, create new legs, right? Sponsor new people, right? You need to be willing to do the starting point again. And the same phase, starting point, momentum, highest point, expect a turning point, start again, all right? Momentum. And I'm telling you, you will reach a time that even you're starting, you don't feel it anymore because you are naturally good in what you do, and you don't feel it anymore because you have a team already, and you don't feel it anymore because even you're starting again, you still have a big encashment. The worst thing that will happen is that when you become complacent, you will dive down, and then when you dive down, you'll get emotional, and then you'll go out, and then when you go out, you shift out, you'll start back to scratch, right? And then you will regret things that you have done. So again, I'm telling you, what you need to understand is the springboard effect, springboard approach. Again, guys, I hope you learned from this wonderful physics, this wonderful science of business. I hope you learned something. This not new, but the idea, the springboard approach, you need to grasp it. You need to really absorb this one. So whenever you feel down, whenever attrition happens, you know what to do. Remember the springboard approach, the physics of our business. Guys, I hope you learned so much, and I declare a lot of momentum for each and everyone in this room right now. Every one of you guys in Nigeria, in different countries that is watching our video, our session today, I declare a lot of momentum. A very long momentum will happen in your team, in your business. A lot of highest point. You will reach a highest point that you haven't reached before in our business here, guys. I declare it to each and every one of you. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bringing back to our host, our very handsome host, international trainer, Mr. Christian Enrile.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sir Miko. Wow, that was a very, very interesting topic. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree with me? Please, if you guys appreciate Sir Miko's presentation, let's all appreciate him by texting or by typing.
Salamat po, Samiko. We miss you. Thank you so much. Thank
Right.
you. We love you.
Yes.
Actually, minsan lang.
Let's all appreciate him.
Oh, salamat
Thank you
po.
so much,
Thank you,
Amico.
guys.
Thank you.
So
Happy
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
sir.
much.
Thank you,
We love
sir.
you.
Thank you so much, Amico. We love you. Thank you very much.
Thank you too much.
We really miss you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ah,
Wonderful presentation. I really learned a
Thank
lot.
you, sir.
Salamat po.
Yes, you're welcome,
Okay,
guys. We
okay.
miss you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well,
Thank
anyway, thank you so much, Sir Miko, for that very, very interesting presentation. We actually really learned a lot, especially that springboard approach. And if you guys really internalize what Sir Miko was saying a while ago, then you really know what will be the next steps for you to become successful in this business and for you not to be complacent. Because some of the leaders, that's their main problem. Them being so complacent, especially if they reach, I mean, they started earning money, then they think that they won't be doing recruiting anymore. They won't be doing registrations anymore. All they do is just to keep their group, and they become very, very complacent. That will be the turning point. That will be the crucial point where you guys become very complacent. So it was a very, very wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, Sir Miko. Definitely, we will be having more trainings from you. Just wait for the next schedules, my brothers and sisters. Next week we'll be having us Dr. Butch Villena we'll be having him in Zoom training. I think that will be on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. It's Thursday next week. The poster will be posted next week, so you have to really look forward to it too, because you will be learning a lot from Doc Butch Villena as well. And we're inviting you tomorrow for our real time with Christian Enrile. My guest will be our top two distributor, Michael Adeyemi. So you have to be there. Make sure that you tune in to Facebook because it will be via Facebook Live. You will be learning a lot. And Michael Adiemi is so excited to be part of that program tomorrow. Also, let me take this opportunity to invite you all to our Sir Miko's talk show as well.
Oh
Power
yeah.
of Perception. Yes, maybe Brother Miko, you can
Yeah,
you can
I want to invite everyone this coming every Saturday. Every Saturday. I don't know what the time, bro. 10 p.m. here in the Philippines. What time is it there?
that's 3 p.m. 3 p.m.
Okay,
here.
3 p.m. in the afternoon here there in Nigeria. Pop Talk, the power of perception. We'll be talking about how we'll be understanding how successful people perceive the world. My only challenge is that if ever you win the mystery box, I don't know how I will shift the books, because I usually raffle some wonderful, profound books coming from our board of directors, our vice presidents, because I truly believe that I believe Sir Christian also believe on this, that if you want to understand how successful people perceive, you need to read what they read, you need to watch what they watch, you need to listen what they listen to. So that's the power of perception talk every Saturday, right? So thank
Sir
you very much.
Christian, we're gonna give.
Sir
We're gonna buy an
yes,
airport.
I want to guess Sir Jobs and Sir Christian. Maybe they will be what do you call this? Uh giving a book in our pop talk, sir. Nice idea, bro. Want to read what you
Yes.
read.
We will talk to Ma'am Risa regarding the approval. Well, anyway, it's been like 2 hours already. Thank you so much. Sir Miko, we really appreciate you. Thank you for the very wonderful presentation. Thank you guys for being part of this Zoom training. Definitely next week, please be part of another Zoom training. It will be on a weekly basis. So please keep doing what you're supposed to do. Keep on learning, attend trainings all the time. And this is a very, very wonderful opportunity for you to learn so much. And with that, thank you so much. God bless you all. Stay safe, everyone. And see you next week for another Zoom training. Bye. Thank you, Sir Miko.
Bye, bro. Bye. Thank you. Japs.
Yeah, man. Thank you po.
Sir Christian. John Lloyd. Bye-bye, John Lloyd.